Hi trainers, I'm Teeds. How's it going? Today we're doing an emblem tier list. So emblems are the newest thing in Pokemon Unite. It is fresh, it is new, it's making some really interesting builds. Some Pokemon are even so much stronger than they were before just because of emblems. So today we're going to be ranking them from the worst to the best. Before we start, I would like to put a disclaimer. Tier lists are always subjective. This is just based on my opinion, based on what I've researched and what I've tested. So in the comments down below, feel free to let me know what you think is the best emblem and what you think is the worst emblem. I'd love to hear your opinions. Okay, with that being said, emblems are still pretty new in the game. We haven't got them all 100% figured out yet. We're still testing it. You know, everyone's just still trying to figure out what they like on each Pokemon, what they hate. And I have somewhat of an understanding now of what I like and what I don't like. So I'm going to share that with you. First, let's start off with the colors. So I'll explain each color as we go on. But with that, we're going to be ranking each emblem by their colors, not by the type, because it depends on what Pokemon you're putting that on. So for example, a special attack based emblem would be obviously D tier for a physical attack Pokemon. So we're not going to rank them like that. We're going to rank them by the colors. Each emblem has different colors, and these colors play such a huge role in emblems. So on the emblem page, you can see that the more you have of the same colors, you'll get certain effects for different ones. So that's what we're going to base it off on. I'll be making some more builds and emblem guides in the future, so feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified for that. I am doing a lot of research and I'm still trying to get certain emblems to test on them, so it's just taking a bit because it's just random if you get the ones that you want. Okay, so starting off with the green emblem. So the green emblem is special attack. So at 2 you get 1% special attack, all the way to 6 you get 4% special attack, and it's really straightforward. This just gives you special attack. It's great for Pokemon that are special attack base. If you want more damage, this is a great emblem to have for special attack Pokemon, and this works really well in combination with another emblem which I will talk about when we get to it. So for special attack, I will put this in A tier. Very straightforward, just more damage. The next one we have is the blue emblem. So the blue emblem increases your defense. Now with defense, this is very tricky. However, I'm going to put this in D tier for now, and I'll explain why. But with the defense stat, now this is something that I wanted to test a very long time ago, but it actually came out to be very difficult to test. I still want to do it. I still want to try it. But right now we can say that health is more valuable than defense, and defense at the moment doesn't seem to do much. I would still like to test this when I get all the emblems to do it. But right now, based on what we know about Pokemon Unite, I would say this stat is just not useful for us, and I don't think it's just worth investing 6 into it. Like, you know, especially with the items as well, some of the best items are health based, so I would just say right now I don't think it's worth investing into the blue emblems. The next one we have is the brown emblems. So the brown emblems increase your physical attack. So just like the special attack Pokemon, this is best for Pokemon that are physical attack based. I have so many colors. I just gotta find a brown one. Why do like none of these look brown to me? This looks kind of brown. It looks kind of weirdly green. I have a filter on my screen, so I don't know if I'm just like, if my screen just looks weird to me, but that's brown. This is just great for Pokemon who want to increase their damage. The next emblem we have is pink. So pink is very, very tricky. Pink is a reduced hindrance effect duration. So we have like, you know, if you invest 7 into it, you'll get 16% reduced hindrance effect duration. And what that means, I believe, is that it reduces like how long you're affected by crowd control, if I'm understanding this correctly. So hindrance effect, like reduced hindrance effect, is not something we really talk about, but for me, based on the knowledge that I have in the MOBAs I've played, I would put this in a B tier. So I have played Smite for around 7-8 years. I played since I was 16 or 15. I played since I was 15 years old on Smite. So I've been playing like a MOBA for a very long time, and there was this one god or character or Pokemon, if you want to talk about the equivalents, that had a reduced hindrance or like reduced crowd control passive. So for anyone that's named by Smite, you can refresh my memory if you'd like, but that god was Tia, and Tia was so OP because you could barely keep him in place. He would just be able to get out of everything because he had a significant crowd control reduction stat on him, and Pokemon Unite is full of crowd control, so like stuns and slows, etc. So this is something that I really wanted to test out, but I can't because I only have 2 of these and I can't even reach the 4%. So once I have 7, I would be very happy to test this out. Like I said, it's very early. I can't test a lot of these out because I don't have them all, but based on my knowledge about MOBAs previously, or my previous MOBA knowledge, it was pretty strong in that MOBA. I don't know how strong it'll be on Pokemon Unite. I don't know if this has like a cooldown on it. If it had a cooldown on it, I think it would be worse. But if it happened every single time you were hindrance, that really adds up. And as a Gengar main, hindrance is my worst enemy. So I really want to try this. Just based on the knowledge, I'm going to put it in B. However, it's an iffy B, you know, like it's an unsure B for this one. The next one we have is the black emblems. And the black emblems you probably have heard a lot about because these are the ones that people are talking about like all the time. So the black emblems are move cooldown reduction. So this one is S tier. It is insanely strong. Right now it is making Pokemon very, very like, you know, that weren't super strong before, very, very strong. And it's crazy because paired this with Energy Amplifier and with Shell Bell, it's just insane. It's just crazy. So right now I would say that the black emblems for cooldown reduction is top tier right now, and it pairs really, really well with the green emblems. Let me just double check to make sure. Yeah, the special attack emblems for special attack Pokemon. So the mage type Pokemon, the black and green emblems are great, are fantastic. I really like this combination a lot. So right now the black emblems I would say are S tier. Personally, I find them to be the craziest emblem. Next we have red. So this one is interesting to me. This one is the basic attack speed, and you would think that the basic attack speed would be crazy. Like, you know, at 7 emblems is a huge commitment. It's 7 emblems for 8% basic attack speed. But the math cord, so like Unite DB / math cord, they did some testing on attack speed and they didn't, well, from what I saw, from what I've read, there wasn't really a significant difference to make investing 7 emblems into attack speed into red. So I would say right now the attack speed one is just one of the worst ones. It just doesn't seem worth it. And also there's like a cap on attack. Like attack speed in Pokemon Unite just works so strange. It's such a weird stat. It's not as straightforward as like other games, and there is a cap as well. So like you can't exceed a certain amount, and some Pokemon, like the ones that they have tested or I've read about, just don't get any benefit from this for the most part. So I would say investing 7 emblems into attack speed, and with the attack speed how it works at the moment, I just don't think the red emblems are worth it. Personally, you might disagree, but for me, I just don't think it's worth it based on the research that has been done on attack speed. The next one we have is the yellow emblems. So the yellow emblems is movement speed when out of combat. So this is pretty much like Floatstone as an emblem. Now, I don't know how long you have to be out of combat for this. Again, I just don't have enough to test it. Like I don't have 7 to test. A lot of these emblems I need 7. I think I only have like the cooldown one, which I have a lot of, which is good because that's like one of the best ones. But for a lot of them, I don't have the full 7. So right now, I would say it's an unsure C, just like the pink one's unsure B, unsure C. I feel like if it's not like super long, because the Floatstone one, it takes 8 seconds for it to kick in, but usually by that time it's not too worth it because you can just rotate really quick and you're always fighting things in between like farming and stuff. But if this has a way shorter cooldown, I think that would be worth it. I don't know. Right now I'm just gonna put it in C. I'm not too 100% sure about this one, but right now there are other emblems I think that are more worth it, like the attack one, like the cooldown one. Right now I think that's just an unsure C. The next one we have is the white emblem. So the white emblem is HP based. If you invest 6 white emblems into your build, you will have 4% extra HP. So right now HP is one of the more valuable stats, better than defense and stuff. I would say health is a great stat to have. Right now I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Do we have a white? Oh, it's right here. It's invisible. But right now I would say like the white one is an A tier. I think it's a good stat to have, and yeah, it stacks up with all the other health items that you get. Probably great for Pokemon who are very like invested into health stats and, you know, all that jazz. Plus a lot of the emblems have health on them as well, so you could probably stack like a bunch of health on your Pokemon, which is something I haven't exactly tried yet because I don't play like health based Pokemon too much, but I really want to try it. Sounds very beefy. Maybe try it on Trevenant. That sounds really fun, doesn't it? Maybe not fun for the people that are going against you. The last emblem we have is the purple emblem, which is the special defense emblem. Just like the physical defense emblem, I just don't think defense is worth investing into, so I'm gonna put that into D tier. But that is pretty much my tier list so far. It would be interesting to look back on this in the future to see how everything has changed, but right now this is what I think seems to be the best. I think damage for A tier and the white emblems for health, and I think the first 4 would probably be the most important at the moment, I would say. So the cooldown one, special attack, normal attack, and the health ones, these ones could be like It's an L, an L for these emblems. No, but these ones could be situational. Like, I could still see these being used probably situationally, and I would say don't use them. Like, I think it's really fun to experiment with emblems, and I do want to experiment with all of these as well. I want to see if defense is actually better than it is, or if like the out of movement speed combat thingamajigger helps me jungle faster or like rotate to lane faster. So these are super interesting. I really want to try out the hindrance one. The hindrance one is something I really want to test, but I would say these four right now are pretty solid, and the other ones is pretty like iffy. But yeah, I would love to hear your opinions in the comments down below. I will also say that for stat wise, for Pokemon who are crit based and such, I think the crit stat is really powerful in Pokemon Unite at the moment. So I would put the crit stat in S tier. We don't have a crit emblem, but we do have a crit rate stat on some of the emblems, and I just want to let you know that I think that's an S tier stat. So if you are playing like, I don't know, maybe like Cinderace or something, you should invest into crit rate in my opinion. It's crazy. One thing I really don't like about the emblem system is that I think the UI system is so obnoxious, unless I just don't know how to use it properly. But the UI system to me feels really slow. But yeah, I find the emblems really fun. I find the combinations and the things you can do with them super fun, but I just want them to make it more fair, because I know some players are, you know, not happy about how unfair it seems to be at the moment. But I hope it becomes more fair and they kind of rework it a bit to make it better for everyone. The emblems are changing up the game so much, it's crazy. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, trainers. I hope to catch you for the next one. Let me know in the comments down below which one you think is the best and which one you think is the worst. Remember, this is just my opinion based on my experience and research. If you don't agree with me, that's 100% okay, and I hope to catch you for the next one. Bye!